This is the video review for Transformers Generation 2 Megatron. This is actually not the Generation 2 Megatron. This is the Beast Wars, Japanese Beast Wars Megastorm, which is the same mold as the Generation 2 Megatron. The only real difference is some of the stickers are different, like it's this Destron here, and has the Predacon symbol instead of the Decepticon symbol. He's got the Peace Through Tyranny and Big Stick on the other side of his tank mode, and his camo is kind of an olive drab on the tank instead of the purple of the G2 figure. But other than that, essentially, oh, and no electronics. They took the electronics out, which is a little bit of a shame, but not the end of the world. I just wanted a representation of the figure. Found him on eBay. He was cheap, so I picked him up. He does have the ability to launch missiles from here. He can hold 4 missiles here in his, you load them here and then pull this back, and you slide this lever all the way back and then push this button to fire them. I'm not going to fire a missile because they tend to go all over the place, but you can fire missiles from his cannon. Transform him. I'm going to pull this off, put that away, and pull off his little, this will be his handgun in robot mode. Then you want to pull this whole back bit down, and then open up the panels on the bottom like this, and then these legs flip down, and as you can see right there, there's a little tab that locks into the knee. The same thing here, locks into the knee. As I mentioned, there are 4 missiles that can be held up here. He comes with 6, and the other 2 can be stored right here in his leg. And they hold pretty well. There's one of the missiles. And it just slides up in there and clips into his leg. So then you close these. This waist piece tabs into the bottom of the figure. You flip out, he's got tiny feet, about his tiny feet. And then the upper half, here you just take these side panels and flip them down, and then down around like this. And then the lower arm, you rotate around, and it can hinge up at the elbows. And the last little bit is you take this cannon and you slide it over to the side, and when you do that, his head automatically pops up into place. He can hold his gun in his hand. This piece is, you can, if you want, you can leave it back here and just rotate it down to hide it, or just leave it on the cannon, but I think it looks silly. And I found that the pegs on these are the same size as the screw holes back here, so I just plug it in right here, just there on his back, so it's out of the way for storing it. But there he is. He's pretty much a brick. You can bend his legs if you unsnap them. His arms do have some range of movement here, right here and at his elbows, and his head doesn't turn. He can still fire missiles from his cannon in this mode. But what you see there is pretty much what you get. That's about the limits of his articulation. But he's still a nice figure. He's a nice big representation of Megatron. I've got him on the shelf opposite Power Master Optimus Prime, because they're about the same height and really seem like they could get into it. But if you're looking for an articulated Megatron, there is a smaller version of this character, the Hero Megatron, which is about this tall and shoots a little foam missile that has a little bit better articulation than this one does if you're looking for a tank Megatron. There's also the Classics 2-pack, which is kind of an homage to this Megatron, but not, it's not the greatest figure in the world either. But yeah, if you're a Megatron fan, if you want a bigger Megatron to face off against your Power Master Optimus, this guy's perfect. But if you're looking for an articulated Megatron or something that's not a brick, he's not for you. He's kind of middle of the road figure for me. I don't dislike having him, but I can't get all wowie, go out and buy this like I do with some of the other ones. But overall, he's definitely sturdy, stands up very well. G2 Megatron, Beast Wars Megastorm, all the same mold.